The showcase of the best players in the NFL is coming up as we celebrate the latest edition of the Pro Bowl. The stars of the AFC and NFC are ready to shine. Next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. For years, the NFL's best received a trip to Honolulu or Orlando for their efforts, but now they get a trip to Vegas as EA Sports welcomes you to Allegiant Stadium here in Southern Nevada. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
The best players the NFL has to offer on one stage. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway here in Vegas. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
And no doubt about it, it was a banner year for quarterbacks in the NFC. A number of guys could very well have been selected for this. But I thought he stood out. I thought he found a way to separate himself from the pack. And he's been rewarded as the starting quarterback in the Pro Bowl. Definitely the right choice in my book.
Prescott on first down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Prescott. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They'll run. It's Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the AFC will have it 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. 7 yards the pickup there. Second and 3. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Complete to Dorsett. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Henry with a run on 1st down, but he's not going anywhere as they'll get to him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Running from the gun with Henry. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
The punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The give is to Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. A give to Elliott. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the NFC. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be a short field ahead as the AFC takes over 1st and 10. So now the AFC offense here coming back out for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's 2nd and 8. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Henry running right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A first down carry for Henry. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Henry. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Running left, it's Henry. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the AFC has taken the early lead. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game. How many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
Now for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 AFC. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. Here now the NFC to take over on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw is Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he gets midfield across the 45 before going out.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The NFC with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Prescott yet again. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd down at 5. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The AFC set to take over on offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball. And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Let's go!
A gain of 15 yards. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And movement up front looks like a false start for the AFC.
False start.
That's on the tackle, Braden Smith.
Let's go. Let's go.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now back to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Oh, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down. 2nd and 15. And Beasley with it over the middle.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the NFC. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. 2nd and 14. Complete. It's Henry. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the AFC. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Prescott now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Prescott on 1st down. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup on 1st down, 7 yards. Frank Reich not so sure about that last call. He's going to go ahead and throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So Frank Reich had it right as his guys win the challenge. On third down, it's Prescott. Looking deep for Elliott. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, an 80-yard touchdown. And the NFC just an extra point away from tying up this game. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. Finished off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The AFC offense making their way back out. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Jackson looking to throw on third. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott from the gun. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the NFC. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out is the AFC offense. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And this one caught by Beasley. 7 yards to pick up there. Second down and 3. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Jackson on first down. Catch made here by Campbell. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The NFC offense heading back onto the field. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Okay, I'm not a fan of any routes that just, turn around defensive backs, mainly because I was a defensive back. But the comeback route is so difficult because to sell it, you're selling it like it's a deep route before you come back towards either the line of scrimmage or the sideline. And, boy, that one worked to perfection.
Now Jackson on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp?
The offense for the NFC back out there. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a second down and 6. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, on the other side, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime? first and 10. It's Jackson. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They'll try the left side with Taylor.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He's got his tight end Fan. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. From the 45 on second down, Jackson. This is the tight end Fan. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now the NFC heading out for their first drive of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw, Prescott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking deep for Elliott. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play for the NFC on 3rd down. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. A first down carry by Elliott. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Lutz puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through this time in the Pro Bowl.
Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The AFC about ready to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 15-yard line.
On second down, it's Taylor. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive, give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Here's Taylor again. And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the AFC has retaken the lead. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Blankenship out for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here now the NFC to take over on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, They don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. A handoff left to Elliott. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Now the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Max Crosby coming in and dropping for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
The AFC set to take over on offense.
And they had to go their last drive. To score the touchdown.
They'll start on the ground. ETN.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Harris has it over the middle. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Here's Tressway now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the NFC will take over deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
To the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott now. That's complete to Robinson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. first down. It's Elliott, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Prescott now from the 50. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
First down, Prescott. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Not much there, maybe a couple, as he's taken down at the 40. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Now Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the NFC's 45-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The AFC thus far on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. On the give, this is Harris. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 20. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnose perfectly there.
Yeah, the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa. Now a first down carry for Harris. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run again with Harris. He will push his way down to about the 14. The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And Mahomes is going to keep it. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the AFC adds on to their lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and they'll have to live with that for the rest of the year.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards.
Now Prescott. That one complete. Elliott. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He completes it to Evans. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The NFC's decision to go for it does not pan out. And the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position. The AFC offense making their way back out. And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a 2-score 4th quarter deficit. On 1st
down. Harris. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He is going to find Hill here. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Touchdown! It's complete. Devin Duvernay. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage.
So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And the lead is up to 18 now. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with an AFC touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Prescott from the gun.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And that's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll throw again. Prescott. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Max Crosby in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Prescott to throw on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And that's picked up by the AFC. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for an AFC first down.
So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.